Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. G Talks. Episode whatever. We're just gonna go in. Because I got a few. Well, I don't know. I got some time with y'all. So we should be straight. Well, I finished watching a movie. I'm running right now. Because I'm crossing the street. While I'm talking to you. The movie I was watching called Midnight Mass, little mini series up on the good old Netflix or bad old Netflix. I ain't gonna say all that. It all depends on what you watch. You know what I'm saying? If you like watching a bunch of negative stuff and crazy things, and you represent that in your reality, then yeah, it's probably bad. And you can't blame Netflix for all the bad things that you be doing after you see it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's entertainment. And what you choose to do, that's really on you. You know? So, I ain't going to be going around talking bad about some place I know nothing about. Because, hey, all they doing is offering the information. And what you choose to do with it is on you. Brings me to what we're doing today. I thought we're supposed to be, adults here. We're supposed to be adults here. Well, you got the right to choose what you like to do with your well-being. Whether it be your body, whatever you want to work, whatever you want to eat, stuff like that. If you choose to let it all go and not be healthy and just whatever, you're just gonna be an unhealthy soul, and that's your choice. That's what you choose to do, and that's how you're gonna live. And humanity, we're still gonna work together and try to help you out, regardless of the decisions you made. That's a part of humanity, is that we work together to try to help people in need, people who need help. A lot of people, we start helping, they don't even know they need the help. They don't even want the help. But a part of us makes us want to give up everything we have to go help this poor soul. That's humanity, man. It's a pretty good thing. Depending on how you look at it, I like to look at it as a good thing. Because it's good to know that no matter who you are and what decisions you make, even though it was your decisions that could have affect other people, affect yourself or whatnot, there's always going to be some human that has the heart to help you out. In whatever form they feel helping you out is helping you out. They don't got to do it, but they put their time aside, their energy, their money, whatever it is, they put it aside to go help you out. Because humanity. That's right. Being human. And where we go with being human? What does it take to be human? I was reading a book, and it was called The Tin Man. And it was pretty dope, because it was based off of a series called Galaxy's Edge. And shout out to Nick Cole. He was the author or whatnot of Galaxy's Edge. But R.C. Bray, he was the guy that did the audio for the audiobook. I like audiobooks, so I thought that was cool. So give him a little shout out, Mr. R.C. Bray. But this book, The Tin Man, is pretty much based in the future. Kind of like if you're familiar with Star Wars and stuff like that. Just think of an age like that, where you got stormtrooper people, you got people that live on planets that don't even know what's going on, you got aliens, everyone's living together. But it's a big old war. Just like how we in the world today. There's a big old war. So one of the characters walk around with a robot. And he calls the robot Tin Man. The robot has an official name or whatnot. But these guys have been dealing with trucks. These guys have been dealing with this war and robots forever. So they don't really feel much of a connection to robots because, like other things, robots can malfunction just like humans and whatnot. But a lot of people don't really respect robots like that because they just see them as just tools. They're not human. They don't really care. They just do things because it's an order. You're a robot, you're a bot, you're a machine. So when this man has a specific robot, a war robot, that's gonna help him take on missions and stuff like that, he don't really see nothing to it. He's just like, yo, whatever. It's just a regular robot. Who cares? Whatever. But throughout the story, you come to find out the robot, he's very, very intuitive. Like his job is to respond. Like he talks too, so he responds the way he responds to humans. He responds to his environment. So that's how he learns. That's how he knows what's going on. So throughout the story, you see the war robot is always asking questions, but the guy that he's assigned to, he gets annoyed. Like, yo, what's with the questions? Why are you so worried about this and worried about that? And the robot explains to him that, hey, this is what helps me to do my job correctly. So I like to understand what humans do or whatnot in order to help me accomplish my mission better. Whether it's to save humans, whether it's to, defend them, whatever it is, this is how I work in order to do my job correctly. So the man like, all right, whatever. It is what it is. You're still a tin man. That's all I see you as. That's all you are. So they carry on. But throughout the story, this tin man that this man thought was just like any other regular robot goes far and beyond what other tin men would do. This tin man saved more people than any other robot has ever done in war, in the act of war. He saved so many people that you could never call him a tin man. The machine was so well at what he did that they had to retire the machine and they gave it the highest medal you can ever get. Like the Medal of Honor, they gave him a high declaration saying like, yo, this guy is highly regarded, highly favored. He is not just some regular robot. This is an individual that showed and proved himself. And even though he may not be human, his actions were worthy of an accolade that they give to humans, of one of the highest medals, the highest declarations you could give somebody, the highest reward you could give somebody in war. They gave it to this robot who was just seen as a tin man. But this robot had the sense to understand the good parts of humanity, and all it did while it was in service was save humans. That was his job. His job was to save humans. So now at the end, they go to dig this robot out. They got him in storage, and when they open up the storage, after he's been there for how many years? Because now you got to understand, before this medal, award can happen, they go through a lot of hurdles, politics. A lot of people like, yo, what are you talking about? Robot? You going to give this guy a medal? Why? You know what robots do? You know this, you know that. But one thing they can't deny is the amount of souls that would always speak up for this robot and say, hey, if it wasn't for this robot, my grandkids would not be here. If it wasn't for this robot, I wouldn't have met my wife. If it wasn't for this robot, so on and so on and so on. Countless testimonies from people witness that this robot saved. How can you deny the actions that saved so many humans? Whether it was a robot or not, it saved people. They give Nobel Prizes to medicine and people that create things that help people, that help humanity, help save humanity, add more that can benefit everyone. So whenever this happened, I understood it as a human being. You're saving lives. At least from what I was, what I gathered growing up. That, we'll be on this earth for who knows how long. Well, what are you going to do? How are you going to, live out your expectations? How are you going to stand for something that's real? What are you going to do to be that beacon for the world? This guy was a robot. The humans around him did not see him as a human. Had no idea that this man was so much more than a human. He was programmed to save lives by any means necessary. And he did. Now, when they take him out of storage, they get him started back up, which was no problem. He was ready to go. And they let him know, hey, you're about to get an award, for the work that you've done. And it's amazing. So that's what he's about to get. He's about to get this award. And is there anything, that he would like, They've never done this before, but they figure, hey, this robot is smart enough to save all these humans. Why not ask him if there's anything he would like as a request, like a formal request? Is there anything you would like? That's the least we can do for all the work you've done. Aside give you this medal, what can we do? And the robot simply replies, I'm going to say Tin Man, but we all know he's more than just a regular old Tin Man by now. So Tin Man replies, well, sir, if you do not mind. You see, he saved so many people. So many. He's went through so much through war. Got blown up. He got so many marks and dings and all these things that show him how he was a war robot. He got the scars to prove it. He was a real war robot. So now, after saving all these people, he still got something in his mind. Now, what does a robot think? What do you think a robot thinks about? You're human. What do you think about? What would you think about? You went to war. You came out. Think about all these people that got PTSD. All these people that are going through so much pain that went through war. And they can't take those images out. And it just repeats over and over, over and over. What can they do? What can you do for them? The best you can, right? So Tin Man responds, sir, out of all the people that I had saved, there were 88 people that I were not able to save. So he had a number in his head. And he knew every image. This robot knew every image of every person that he attempted to save. And he could not save. He knew every single one. And what tortured this robot was the fact that he was unable to save him. He's unable to release the thought that his job was to accomplish a mission, was to accomplish saving life, saving humans, humanity. That was his job, to save human life. And the thought, or just the records, the documentation that he carried with him for all these years of all those people throughout his time in war, his time in battle, all those people where was I? Had a phone call. Well, all the memories of all the humans he couldn't save was torturing him. So the request was if he could eliminate all those visions because there's nothing he can do with them and it tortures him. But he still would like something to commemorate all those souls he couldn't save. Something that, even though he may not remember the pain of not being able to save them, he still has something as memory, as a tribute. He may not understand what it is, but he knows it means something very important, something dear to him. And that request was granted of a robot. Now, if a robot could think that deeply about the humans they couldn't save, imagine if all humans could think like that of each other, if every last human could think like that of each other and treat each other that way, to the point where they would do everything to save a life, no matter what the issue is. If that means I gotta get blown up to smithereens, that's what I'm gonna do to save one life. And when you lose that one life, it means so much to you that you don't ever want to lose another life, because it will forever be with you. It will forever last in your lifetime. This movie, Midnight Mass, because I wasn't trying to do a spoiler for that, because it's new, so I want y'all to go check it out. But it showed me how the people you trust in your community, the people you do everything you can to, appease to and, feel like, all right, I'm doing the right thing because, this is the person that tells me the things that I'm doing that's going to take me to something greater. Something's greater after whatever that's going on. There's greater. There's something greater than this. Even though you have life, even though you know how beautiful life is, they're going to tell you there's something greater. And this is great too. It's good to look forward to something, whether it's heaven, a promotion, whatever it is. It's always good to look towards something great. But what are you willing to lose to get that? What are you willing to do in order to achieve that? And if you're willing to hurt other people to achieve this greatness, this paradise or whatnot, is it really paradise you're going to get? Is it really this big old blessing, this big old reward? If you're terrorizing people and saying it's for the promise of safety, is that doing anything to help people at all? Anything? Never mind if you believe in it or not. Terrorizing people to attain heaven just doesn't sit well with me. Y'all be easy. Genolexis talks.